Hi folks, Olga Yarovsky here. We're in the middle of Q4, and what it means is that the fiscal year is going to end very soon. And a lot of times marketers find themselves in a situation where their budgets are severely or a little bit underspent. More often than not, I personally found myself in this situation when I was working in the corporate marketing world. And I'm not sure exactly why, but I always had some money left over. Surprisingly, they just show up in the middle of the December, and it's too late to do something about that. So before it's too late, I wanted to share some thoughts on what you could do to utilize these dollars efficiently, because we really don't want to return the dollars. We always have ideas on what to test and learn and how to test new tactics and new vendors. But until now, you may not have had bandwidth or available funding to do so. So when the time gets quiet and a lot of people leave the office and you have some time to be productive, consider the following 6 things. First of all, number 1, try to learn and test about new digital marketing tactics. Fortunately, a lot of them are very quick turnaround. You can set them up in a matter of hours, not weeks like it typically happens with the in-store or traditional physical or traditional media tactics. And you can be up and running in no time and learn about how they perform for you. Things like digital video, digital radio, digital media banners, digital coupons that are available for you on different platforms are really easy to turn around, especially if you already have content prepared. You can visit our blog that we recently posted to see specific links and specific examples of how you can work with digital vendors and who exactly is available out there. Number 2, create some awesome content. Content is really important for any brands to build out strategy and drive traffic and engagement with shoppers. And it takes time and money to create content, but you don't have to do it alone. First of all, you can hire professional bloggers to do it for you. And it's a great way to create authenticity around your brand. There are agencies who work with bloggers and micro-influencers who can take your products and put them in the context of specific life situations. They can create recipes, usage suggestions, and make your brand come to life in a whole new way. There's also web content partners that you can go to create lifestyle articles and gamified content to put your brands in a different light. For example, Daily Breaks and Women's Forum is one of our favorite. And finally, engage your audiences on social media to create user-generated content. People really like to talk about problem solving using products that they like, and it creates really engaging, very interesting content that will potentially become reusable throughout the year. It can inspire additional campaigns for your brands and for your shoppers to engage in a new way with the products that you have. Number 3, this is a good time to invest in education. Continuous education is extremely important these days because the world is changing so fast. So if you have funding available, why don't you take your team and go visit some conferences, the industry expos that are out there. I personally always attend Path to Purchase Expo in September or October, and then they have a smaller summit format in March where a smaller group of executives get together, and it's more of a workshop and learning format, which I find extremely gratifying. And then as you've seen me talk about Grocery Shop before, that's another great conference that we've discovered this year, and I highly recommend it for anybody who is interested in e-commerce and digital capabilities. To learn about the latest technology advancements in retail and CPG world. That's the place to be. You can also train your team on foundations of shopper marketing. Shoppermarketingexperts.com offers awesome workshops as well as the online learning format to allow your team to get on the same page when it comes to definition of shopper marketing process, how to talk and evangelize shopper marketing throughout the organization and create alignment, how to discover opportunities and shopper insights. It's really great content that allows your team to cohesively and jointly go to market together and use the same nomenclature and same mindset. And then finally, you can buy some books. There's a lot of interesting shopper marketing publications and books that are available on Amazon. We have some links to those in that blog that I mentioned. Number 4, it's a great time of the year to thank your customers and your agency partners and your team. You can take them out for dinner and thank them for contribution. You can also create a digital offer code that you can send to your customers that they can redeem on their e-commerce properties. That's a great way to help them drive traffic to their sites and their .com properties, but also to create awareness and trial of your product portfolio. And that could be a great saving and a very fast execution compared to traditional coupon booklets or physical samples that you may be sending. Number 5, invest in technology. Technology takes time to experiment with, discover, learn, and set up. So during this quiet times in December, think about doing pilots or testing out new capabilities. There is there's a great proliferation of different software tools. There's a great white paper that Profitero recently posted about what is the digital toolkit for modern digital and e-commerce marketers. You can download it by clicking on the link on our website. It allows you to understand what are the key digital capabilities and systems and tools that you have to have in place in order to build your e-commerce foundation and capabilities and proceed. So that could be a great time to invest. And obviously, you can always try Shoperations that helps you automate your process and your planning and budgeting system. And then finally, try some new gadgets, shopping gadgets. Amazon Echo or Google Home Assistant is something that a lot of households already have in their homes. If you don't, you can try to use one for your office and order coffee or office supplies and see what the shopper experience is like. Because as we know, voice commerce is going to become really big. So being on the forefront and understand how Alexa skills work and how you can communicate with the e-commerce retailer through a voice-activated device is going to trigger a lot of interesting conversations and ideas for your team. And finally, number 6, you have to plan for growth. And in order to do that, you have to get away from the office. I recommend to book a venue for your team and agency to step away for a full day planning session and do some sort of team building and planning strategic big picture thinking activity. This will re-energize the team. It will give them ability to imagine things that are not possible in a day-to-day and remove some barriers and talk about what ifs. This could be a great start of the new year. And if you could book that venue ahead of time and prepay, you can use your budget from 2018. I hope you found these suggestions very helpful. You can go to blog.shoperations.com to find important links and useful information about this topic. Thank you.